What up, what up, what up? Welcome to another episode of the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Eric Rodriguez, here every Monday through Friday, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 p.m. Pacific Time. Getting a little too ahead of myself here, obviously. Hope you guys had an amazing 4th of July. Hopefully you and your family were safe. Everything was swell. You guys woke up, had an amazing breakfast, and was like, oh man, we had that amazing Wrestling Laureate podcast to watch tonight. So let's get stoked for that. But, wrestling's awesome. Wrestling is awesome, guys. Tune into the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast. Well, once again, our podcast, this sports fate of wrestling and love and passion and, clicking on videos, searching on the your social media like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram has led us to this. This is destiny. This is destiny. So thank you for tuning into the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. We have a great show for you today on tap. Today we have our WWE Smackdown preview. We're also going to preview. We have a bunch of previews today. Well, not maybe like we have Smackdown, and then we have segment 2. We're going to talk about NXT Heatwave. Segment 3, we're going to talk about exactly how important is this year's Money in the Bank. I know obviously this is this is kind of an event that wrestling fans, especially me, the moment we find out it's going to happen, we kind of mark it on our calendars because it's a really big deal. It's a really big deal. I love Money in the Bank is pretty big. Obviously WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, and honestly those are my big four. Those are, of course, the Royal Rumble as well. But, my top 5 favorite Saturdays or Sundays. I don't know if they're going to switch to Sundays thanks to, TKO and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. Can't wait to see it. Our 4th segment, we're going to talk about Money in the Bank. We're going to break down the matches. And our 5th segment, I'm going to leave you guys with some wrestling news roundup. So, guys, but before we move on, I want to remind you guys to use the tips and donations link at the GSMCpodcast.net. Go and shoot your questions, comments, and concerns. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. We get a number of questions from viewers like you that come in during the show. So to ensure that your question gets read on air in front of millions of wrestling viewers, don't be shy to hit up that chat button. Give me a shout out where you're at right now. Tell me how you feel about fireworks. Tell me, what you did for the 4th of July. If you need someone to talk to, I will be that guy. No, I'm just kidding. Mostly for wrestling would be awesome. But if you have something to share, obviously share it, dude. By all means. Once again, the link is at the GSMCpodcast.net. Here at the GSMC Sports Network, we do love a lot of peace, love, and positivity all the way. So once again, it really does help the show. Remember to like and subscribe and Superman punch that follow button to the show, to the network, the GSMC Sports Network. But most importantly, let's go ahead and dig on into the show. All right, so our first segment, we're going to talk about WWE Smackdown happening tonight. First and foremost, it's been a while since Logan Paul has defended his United States Championship, and that's kind of troublesome, in my opinion. As a wrestling fan, especially recently watching how good of pay-per-views AEW kind of host, I feel like WWE, and this is something that Logan Paul has kind of expressed through wrestling media, that the United States Championship needs to be defended on a month-to-month basis. On PLEs, pay-per-views, on big shows, on big events, like it doesn't matter. But WWE doesn't do it. And that's something that, kind of baffles me, despite the fact that, for the longest time, wrestling, the World Wrestling Entertainment was kind of like the juggernaut in terms of professional wrestling, but it's not like that anymore. I feel like AEW, although it's not that big of a deal, could kind of give WWE a run for the money based on their PLEs just alone. So far, I've watched AEW Double or Nothing. I watched Dynasty. I also watched AEW Forbidden Door. All of them are great pay-per-views. A bunch of title matches. All of them were probably title matches. And of course, some of the own hard cup and stuff like that. But I don't know. I feel like WWE has kind of had that place, kind of had that confidence that it was like, no one really can challenge us. So, we're going to give them the WWE universe, what we think they want. And then ultimately you leave out a couple of title matches. Like there's no WWE tag team titles, the world or the regular tag teams being defended on Money in the Bank. It's actually being, defended tonight. We'll talk about that. but no United States Championship either. And it's just, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. And also the WWE Championship because of the Cody Rhodes and the whole bloodline and stuff like that. So tonight, will you see Logan Paul find an opponent for Money in the Bank? Next, we have Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Both failed to qualify for the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match on Saturday. It was kind of hinted. It was kind of hinted on the last show that Jade Cargill seems like she is really kind of just, she's ready. She's up to challenging, uh, I think it's Alba Fire and Iceland. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. The WWE World Tag Team Champions. But it seems like Bianca's more of a singles wrestler. Like, so was Jade. Of course, she came from AEW. She's the longest reigning TBS champion. But I honestly want to see these girls go head to head. I would like to see one of them go heel. There's speculations that, it might be Jade because she came from AEW, but I feel like it'd be better for the WWE in terms of creative purposes is if you put Bianca. Bianca's never really been a heel throughout her whole entire tenure within WWE. I could, obviously don't quote me on that. I could have, missed a stint. But I don't know. Just so far, it seems like Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill has been so dominant. I really wouldn't want to see them win the championships again. Although they did do pretty well. They did do pretty well, and I want to see these girls. I want to see them go at it. I want to see these girls kill each other in a match, SummerSlam, or the Royal Rumble, or any other the Bash at Berlin. We have a number of a lot of WWE PLEs coming up, and this could definitely be like a headline. This could definitely be a way for Jade to kind of cement her legacy in WWE, defeating Bianca Belair. And this could be a way for Bianca to build up momentum to partially or, potentially clash against, the WWE Women's Champion or the WWE World Women's Champion. If, I doubt they'll ever let her go to Raw, but, it should be interesting. All right, next we have Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and Cody Rhodes. They laid waste to the bloodline on SmackDown last week, and it was pretty badass. It was pretty cool. A lot of carnage, a lot of just man. Obviously, Jacob Fatu was not there. And, the fans, the WWE fans, the WWE Universe, they want to see a 4-on-4 matchup. I wouldn't know why you would leave, because right now it's Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Cody Rhodes taking on Jacob Fatu Tamatanga, and the Tribal Chief Solo Sikoa. I feel like they need to find a fourth. You just can't have one guy just kind of lingering out on the apron. You can't have one guy lingering out there just no purpose or anything like that. I feel like it would be great for WWE to be like, look, we need to make this an 8-man tag team match. It would be badass if it was elimination. Tornado, that'd be a little, kind of like an Anarchy in the Arena kind of feel. But overall, I feel like they need to make that match at Money in the Bank a 4-on-4, but, should be interesting. And if they do, who will join them? Who will join them? If you look on the SmackDown roster, you don't really have anybody right now. Maybe besides CM Punk, but CM Punk, he's kind of injured. I don't think he's probably going to make an appearance at Money in the Bank to cost Drew McIntyre his shot at winning the briefcase. But overall, I don't really know who would be the next one in line to kind of do it. So I feel like the 3-on-3 is going to stick. But overall, I feel like what the WWE fans really want is a 4-on-4 at Money in the Bank. Kayla Braxton's last WWE show was on this Friday. Kind of sad. She showed no interest into to go into AEW, although you had a lot of wrestling headlines. Well, that could potentially change. Obviously, money changes things. Money changes different kind of relationships and stuff like that. Honestly, the sky's the limit for Kayla Braxton, but only time will tell where she's going. But I know she's gonna be out of WWE. Godspeed, Caitlin. Good luck with your future endeavors. Hope you kill it. You still have the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast on your back, bro. Next, we have more chemistry developed between Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax. Obviously, you saw Tiffany Stratton qualify for the Women's Money in the Bank last Friday night on SmackDown, and Nia Jax was happy about it. And I don't really like. Obviously, Nia Jax isn't the champion just yet, but I feel like ultimately, I honestly I don't know why I feel this way. If you have the reason why, hit it up in the chat. Um, I just feel like Tiffany Stratton joining Nia Jax and Nia Jax kind of like, kind of bringing her with her in her journey like that. I feel like it kind of destroys Nia's credibility. And like I said, I don't know how to explain it. I just get this feeling that I'm like, dude, well, like you're supposed to be Nia Jax. You're supposed to be the immovable object. You're supposed to be like the best, the badass, like kind of like the Braun Breaker of the WWE Smackdown Women's Division. But you're not like you. I don't know if she's using Tiffany Stratton. It'd be kind of cool if they had that storyline, or when she eventually defeats Bailey and she tells Tiffany to, she's kind of like Tiffany's Nia Jax's right hand woman, and you see her urge Tiffany Stratton to cash in on Liv Morgan. That would be one hell of a change up. If you see Tiffany Stratton go to Monday Night Raw and they just swap the two out, Liv Morgan, that kind of solves the Liv Morgan Judgment Day problem. And then you have Tiffany Stratton representing Monday Night Raw. But I don't know. It's still, highly up in the air. Can't wait to see what happens tonight. Next, we're gonna see what's next after the young bloodline took out the wise man Paul Heyman. It's crazy. What will Roman do? When will he come back? Will Paul Heyman be back with another superstar? A lot of speculation say Brock Lesnar came back. Well, he could come back. His name is allowed to be on WWE TV, and he's right now kind of dealing with other stuff outside of WWE, like allegations and stuff like that. But he could come back with Heyman. He could come back with CM Punk. Heyman's hiatus, I feel like, will be about at least a month. Will anybody replace the wise man? There was a lot of speculation on the internet that Rikishi Fatu might, obviously there's Jacob, his son Solo. So this could very much be a crucial topic heading forward. All right, and we have two matches confirmed for tonight. We have our WWE Tag Team Title match between Grayson Waller, and we have A-Town Down Under going against DIY. I feel like this is DIY's moment. I want to see Austin Theory turn completely face tonight. Totally, like he's done with the heel. He's done the heel for so damn long, through basically his whole career, and it really hasn't gotten him anywhere. Sure, it got him the Money in the Bank briefcase, but it was one of like in WWE history, probably one of the worst cash-ins, in the world. So, should be interesting. Should be kind of crazy to find out. Lastly, Pretty Deadly takes on the Pride, who's the Street Profits tonight on WWE Smackdown. So, yeah. Hope you guys are enjoying that. It's happening right now. I have it recorded. Can't wait to watch it. Can't wait to watch it. So let's move on to WWE NXT Heatwave. I'm going to give you my predictions, the match card, and just kind of my analysis. So, hey, do not go anywhere.